On the morning of July 26, 2020, a resident at the Edge Apartments in Miramar, Florida, looked out into the parking lot and saw something that stopped them cold. A 2-year-old boy wandering entirely alone. He was barefoot, wearing nothing but a t-shirt and a soiled diaper. He was too young to say his name, too young to tell the police where his mother was, or why he was left in the heavy July heat. Social media images of the little boy quickly reached a family in Jasper, Alabama, who immediately recognized him. His name was Camden, and his 21-year-old mother, Leila Cavett, was nowhere to be found. And what unfolded next was a multi-state investigation uncovering a web of manipulation, digital footprints of cold-blooded premeditation, and a self-proclaimed witch doctor who thought he could make a young mother disappear without a trace. Today on Unsolved Florida, we are going over the timeline of the vanishing of Leila Cavett. To understand how Leila ended up in Hollywood, Florida, we have to look at the vulnerable crossroads of her life. At just 21 years old, Leila was fiercely devoted to Camden, but her life was very turbulent. She struggled with substance abuse, moved frequently between different cities and states, and at the time, she was staying with her uncle after falling out with a roommate. But Leila thought she found a way out, a new beginning. She had been talking to a man named Shannon Ryan. He was a 38-year-old self-proclaimed witch doctor who practiced a form of spiritualism he sold online. Leila had known him since 2019 and had even lived with him briefly in the past. When Ryan offered her a job, Leila packed up her life in Atlanta, Georgia. And on July 24th, 2020, she and Camden loaded into her white Chevy Silverado 3500 pickup truck and started driving south. Thanks to the FBI and local authorities, we can track the exact timeline of her final known hours. So on July 24th, surveillance footage captured her white pickup truck traveling down I-95, stopping at a Cracker Barrel in Vero Beach, Florida. She is heading straight into Broward County. The next day, on July 25th at 2:20, her truck arrives at the racetrack gas station on Hollywood Boulevard in Hollywood, Florida. Later that day, 3:06 p.m., she is spotted exiting and re-entering a gold 2004 Lexus ES 330 sedan belonging to Shannon Ryan. Ryan would later claim that he paid her $3,000 in cash right there to buy her truck and that they all spent the afternoon together at Fort Lauderdale Beach. And then again, July 25th, same day, 10:16 p.m. is the last known image of Leila Cavett. Security cameras inside the same racetrack convenience store capture her holding Camden. She's smiling, her son is fully clothed, and everything looks normal. But lines blur when the clock strikes midnight. So Shannon Ryan later posted a bizarre, nearly hour-long Facebook video claiming that after midnight in the early hours of July 26, Leila voluntarily got into a car with a group of unknown men at the gas station and vanished, leaving her truck behind. But the physical evidence and the digital trail have a very, very different story. The very morning Camden was found wandering the Miramar apartment complex, Shannon Ryan's phone pinged at that exact location. He didn't just drop the boy off. Police confirmed he was in possession of Leila's phone. And back at the Hollywood racetrack gas station, the cameras were also on. So instead of searching for his missing friend, video surveillance captured him going back and forth between her white pickup truck and a commercial dumpster. The gas station employees watched in real time and were able to tell police that he dumped children's toys and women's clothing into the trash. Later footage captured a much more harrowing sight: Ryan dragging heavy, large black garbage bags and bloody towels to the same dumpster. The clothes she's wearing on the left were found in the dumpster, the same floral pants. By the time investigators realized the gravity of what they were looking at, the dumpster had been emptied. The trash had been hauled away to a massive dump in Broward County. So despite a grueling week-long multi-state search that shifted through tons and tons of debris, her remains were never recovered. On July 28th, Leila's Chevy Silverado was found completely abandoned in a Walmart parking lot in Hollywood. About a month later, on August 25th, same year, 2020, federal authorities arrested Shannon Ryan. Initially charged with kidnapping and lying to a federal officer, the evidence quickly mounted into something much more. When the FBI searched Ryan's home, they recovered shovels covered in bloody evidence. They forensically extracted his internet search history, and what they found was the definition of premeditation. In the days surrounding Leila's disappearance, Ryan had searched online for instructions on how to make chloroform, and he had meticulously looked up waste management pickup schedules. He knew exactly when the dumpsters would be emptied. And again, he searched this after he already did it. Furthermore, financial records showed that he used Leila's own debit card to buy the cleanup materials from Walmart: carpet cleaner, heavy-duty odor eliminator, duct tape, and large black garbage bags. So yeah, obviously this dude is not very smart. On April 21st, 2021, about 8 months later, the state of Florida officially charged Shannon Ryan with second-degree murder and tampering with evidence. Sadly, today, she has never been found. Her case remains open and ongoing as a homicide investigation. Little Camden is safe, having been placed in the custody of her loving family in Alabama who fought for him the moment they saw his face on social media. But for Leila, justice is still a waiting game. Throughout his incarceration, Shannon Ryan's recorded jailhouse phone calls reveal a man completely detached from remorse. He continues to attack her character from behind bars, weaponizing her past struggles with addiction to paint himself as a true victim of a conspiracy. Eye roll. But a young mother doesn't willingly walk away from her toddler to get into a stranger's car. She doesn't hand over her phone, her debit card, her child's toys to a dumpster. Leila Cavett came to Florida looking for a fresh start for her and her son, and instead she walked right into a trap. So if you have any information regarding the location of Leila Cavett's remains or details surrounding her final hours, please contact the FBI field office at 1-800-CALL-FBI. Thank you to the viewer who submitted her case, and thank you all for watching Unsolved Florida.